only 7 minutes late. I feel like I've accomplished something today. Only 7 minutes late. Awesome. I just finished eating. I haven't even allowed myself a second to settle. Copy. Hello. I'm doing wonderful as well. Thank you so much. Annette, tonight we're doing things different. I talked about it last night, and that is what we are going to do. Please read the description box if you're interested in getting a free reading tonight. Make sure that you can follow the steps. Hi, Donna. Hi, Chris. Tonight we are doing on-screen readings. That means that you need to join the live stream in order to get a reading tonight. We're kicking it old school. Haven't done readings like this for a few years. I thought it would be fun. Right? So you will be up here with me when you get your reading. If that is something that you're interested in doing, make sure that you have earbuds and that you have Google Chrome or Safari to open the link. Thank you for sharing, sweetheart. I appreciate you. So that is what we are doing tonight. How exciting. So make your hair pretty or whatever you need to do to be okay with how you look. Do nothing. I don't care. As long as you're fine, get yourself some earbuds and then click on the link in the description box, and that will bring you backstage. And when you're backstage, I will pick from the people who are backstage of who I would like Spirit to give a message to, or who Spirit would like me to give a message to, right? Hi, Elspeth. Thanks for sharing, Chris. You're awesome. God dang, stupid fingernail is driving me nuts. I literally, you know how like you break it like in the corner? And it was after I cut my fingernails and it like broke in the corner, and now it's driving me crazy because it's catching on everything. Stupid fingernail. Hi, Tracy. Long time no see. Hi, Carmen. Thank you for sharing. Well, it doesn't hurt. It's just annoying because it's like right at the finger line. Let me see. I'll show you. See how it's like just trying to, I don't know. It's stupid. Hi, Bambi. How is everyone? Let me get a nail file real quick. I know I have one. Oh, it's way smart. Get a nail file and fix it real quick while I'm waiting for people to decide to come on. Fix it. So follow the directions. My hair is dark. Yes, ma'am. Gosh, I really haven't seen you in a while if you haven't seen my dark hair. It's been like this. Oh, since my birthday in January, I think. Is that when I did it? I think so. And this is my natural color. Very dark. You know, minus the grays. But I'm French, so I have dark hair and light skin. And I'm Irish, so that has to do with the light skin too. Fixing my nail real quick, guys. Just give me a second because OCD is, hyper fixated on this fingernail right now. because it keeps getting stuck on my pants. Is the curl net? Yep, this is my stupid hair. No rhyme or reason to it. It just does what it wants to do. Woo, yay. But yes, thank you so much. Doing fantastic. So I've been playing with Madison's baby. Yay! Dad's sister lived to be 2 months shy of 104, so wish Dad had 2. Not everybody can be 104, Elspeth. I mean, that's a big order. I see you, Jim. Hi, Linda. Okay, so what we're doing tonight, I'm just giving everybody a minute to share out, giving everybody a second to come on in and join what we're doing tonight. We're going to do old school readings like we did back in the day, years ago when I started. We used to just pull somebody up on video chat with us, and we could get through the readings really quickly. So these are going to be 5 or 10-minute readings, not very long at all. And people can respond very quickly. Sheldon says, man, Facebook is being dumb. What happened, Shell? And anyway, so you'll come up. You've got to have some earbuds or some headphones, okay? Make sure you're in a quiet room, not a loud TV, not a lot of people screaming or talking in the background, because we'll be able to hear all that too. And it's distracting for me. I can't really work well in that type of situation. And then click on the link in the description box with either Google Chrome or Safari browser to join the live stream. And it will bring you backstage. And everybody who's backstage, I will pick people to read who are backstage. Okay, so these are going to be very short readings, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, couple messages, and that's it. And then I'll kick you out, because it's fun for me. That's fun for me to be able to kick people out. So, okay, so we're just going to jump right in. It alerted me, but when I clicked, okay, it alerted me, but when I clicked, it wouldn't go to the video. I had to search you to find the video. Oh, maybe other people are having problems finding me too. There's a news flash. Yes, I get to have fun sometimes, Elspeth, and it's okay. Hi, Penny. Were you able to click on the video? Because Sheldon had some trouble. And I was just wondering if other people are having trouble coming into. We are doing old school, join my live, be on video with me readings tonight. You have to have earbuds, and you have to be able to be on video. I am absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. I am fabulous. I was just wondering if everybody's having the same problem as Sheldon. Tracy says, well, I have grandchildren with me, so I'm out. Linda didn't have a problem clicking on the link. Okay. Yes, of course you can watch. I would love that. Can't click either. Hi, Chris. How are you, Sheldon? It's grayed out. What's grayed out? Penny didn't have any trouble clicking on the live. Annette says her laptop froze. Elspeth, that's wonderful. I'm very happy to hear that you're on the mend. I know you've been feeling really crappy. I know that, right? It doesn't have in the description box a link for StreamYard. It should have a StreamYard link. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me see if I can get it to pop up on me, on my end. Well, I don't need to listen to myself. It's right here. See this right here? Let me see if I can. Right there, this link right there. That's to join the live stream. Okay. It's right in the middle. Follow the directions. You copy and paste it into Google Chrome or Safari, and that will get you Backstage. So Tracy says she can see perfect. Okay. Well, we're going to start. I'm going to bring okay. Yes, but how do I get there? It's not highlighted. You copy and paste it. So you have to hold it with your finger, hold your finger down on it. And then the little copy and paste box will come up and you press copy. And then you go into Google Chrome or you go into Safari browser with the circle. And then you put it in the address bar box. You hold your finger down in the address box and click paste. And that'll bring you to it. It won't let you copy. What the hell? Other people are doing it. What's the problem? Sheldon, try on YouTube. It's also on YouTube. I know you watch on YouTube sometimes, don't you? I don't know why. It's being picky. Hi, Jim.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
I'm swell. I am doing wonderfully. It's good to see you. It's been probably about 1.5 years or more since we've talked. You've had a lot going on. You've had some moves. You've had some surgeries, health issues, things of that nature. A lot happened.
I'm back in Arkansas now. I left California.
Well, who wants to be in California? I mean, really. Okay. Is your dad passed?
Yep, been gone 22 years.
Okay, because I immediately was feeling dad, and I was hearing dad, feeling dad. He said things don't look the same as they used to.
He said what?
Things don't look the same as they used to. I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about your family, where you live? Did you move back to the same place that you before?
I moved back here where my kids is at.
Okay. He said things don't look the same as they used to. So he's talking about what exactly? What? The neighborhood, the people? He could even be talking about you. He's talking about you. So have you changed a lot, like physically since he's passed?
Not really. Not really.
Did you used to have hair? Because that's what I wrote down.
I used to have hair. I shaved it all off.
Okay. He said that things have been a lot different for you since you have moved back home. That you have been I'm feeling really alienated. I'm feeling like I don't leave the house much. That I'm not like socializing and
because my health's getting bad. I don't go anywhere.
You don't go anywhere? Okay. He said there's some type of like an anniversary or something coming up for you.
Well, me and Christy be married 30 years come August.
Oh, okay. Awesome. He says happy anniversary. And he's saying that Christy is a fine wife for you. That's what he's telling you.
Yeah, he told a lot of Christy.
Is your mom also passed?
Yep.
And who's the one that had a lot of like neck pain? Who's that?
I ain't too sure. My dad died from a heart attack. My mom, she died from pain in her damn legs. She had a knee replaced, never did recover.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm getting a lot of pain in my neck. Could this be your grandmother? Because I do feel like it's a higher presence.
Could be, yeah.
pain in my neck. So she's making me feel like, because she's talking about something being a pain in her neck. And so I would have to ask about perhaps her relationship with her spouse. Okay, because she's making me feel like I'm
Probably
getting,
me. I used to give her hell growing up.
maybe it's you. Okay, so she's talking about somebody being a pain in the neck.
Oh yeah, that old woman used to tear my ass up with a switch when I was growing up.
She's making me feel like you really annoyed her. Like you, she just would pull her hair out. She's telling me. She's funny. She said, "Tell him I'll see him when he gets here, and I'll have a switch ready."
Yeah.
So that's a joke, obviously. Um, but she'll see you when you get there. So you have 6 people here presently, 2 females, 4 males here presently, who all agree that whenever your time comes for you to pass, that they're all going to be there waiting for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been feeling like you're near the end of your life?
Nah, I ain't
Okay.
been feeling real good, but I don't plan on going nowhere anytime soon.
Okay. Good. Because I'm just curious why they would say that. You know. But yeah. Okay. And who's the one with the hearing problem?
That's my dad.
Okay.
My dad was born with no eardrums, Misty.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he could hear when he died, but they put artificial eardrums in, but he couldn't hear real good. You had to scream at him.
Right. Makes sense. He just wants you to know he always thought you were a good boy. Okay.
Well, I was his pick.
Yeah. He always thought you were a good boy.
Now, he told all my siblings one time, they was talking about how close he was to me. He said, "You bet you." He said, "He's the only kid I wanted." He said, "The rest of you was a mistake." And then he wondered why they got mad at him. I said, "Well, damn, listen to what you said to him."
That's just mood. That's just mean. Oh man. Well, he said you're still his favorite. He wants you to know
Yeah.
that. He wants you to know that, and your family is very loving and very caring. And even though some of them weren't particularly that way when they were alive, but they do want you to know that they'll all be around you whenever the time comes for you
Yeah.
to pass. Okay. Do you have anything you want to ask them?
No.
All right. Well, it's good to see you, Jim.
Yeah.
I'll see you later, Jim.
All right, girl. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, goodness. Hi, Peggy. Yeah, Jim's still kicking. Yes. Look at the description box. Hello, Victor. How are you? If you're having trouble, I'm so sorry. Okay. We are going to go. Lacey, please visit the description box of the video. It explains to you how you can get a reading tonight. Come on screen with me and get a reading. Okay, so some people are having trouble with copying and pasting the link in the description box. I don't know what to tell you. Write it down and just type it in the Google Chrome browser. I mean that works. That works too. Chris.
Hi.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. How are you today?
Fine. And yourself?
I'm fabulous, as always.
Got the curly hair thing going, huh?
I do. My hair, this is my natural hair, and I'm letting it grow out. It's grown quite a bit in the last 2
The
years.
longer it gets, the curlier it will be.
And it used to be up here, and I'm letting it grow.
I get it.
Yeah. Are you letting your hair grow too?
Yeah, I actually had cut it to about shoulder length. It was actually at the small of my back at one time.
Oh my.
And I couldn't take it anymore.
It gets
And
to be bothersome. It sure
yep,
does. Yeah. And then we just chop it all off, and then we start the whole process all over again.
yep.
Okay. Do you I have a man coming for you that would be somebody that you knew in a romantic fashion. So this is going to be somebody during your life that you either had a crush on or that you dated or in a relationship with.
Okay. Possibly two of them.
Okay. Do you have somebody that had lighter colored hair?
Okay.
Okay. And he's telling me that it's been a long time since you've seen each other. So this had to be earlier in your life, 10,
Junior high.
teens or 20s. Yeah. Teens. Okay. Junior high.
Yep.
Makes sense. And what is his name?
Carl Conley.
Carl. Okay. Yes, that makes perfect sense for what I'm seeing. And was he the one that passed in an accident? Because I've got somebody else coming in as well. So
No.
somebody that passed in an accident is coming in.
That I had a relationship with?
No.
Just somebody that passed in an accident.
Yes.
About how long ago?
At least 5 years. Over 5 years ago.
I can't think of anybody.
5 years. Mm-hmm. Like a car accident? Yes. Okay, we have to. All right. Carl is reminding you that these can be abstract connections. Like people who are not in your bloodline, your family. This is a female that I'm feeling. She's telling me that she passed in a car accident. This could also be from long ago, considering. All right. What's her name?
Oh my word. Lillian Chilog.
I'm sorry?
Lillian Chilog.
Okay, so you understand about who this is then. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was your friend?
She was my mother's friend, but I would speak with her, and I was friends with her, and still friends with her children.
Good. Okay. This is where that connection comes in. Okay. And I'm also getting an older female coming forward, and she's giving me pain in my stomach. Okay. Like right in the middle of my chest. So this is going to be like a grandmother or an aunt, somebody above you. If your mom's passed, it could be her. But they're giving me like stomach pains. Like they had something wrong with their stomach. They had like GI problems. Okay.
Okay. Would be a grandmother.
Okay. And who do you have that also had been like had hit their head or had something going on with their head?
Right now or past?
Past. Do you have somebody right now who hit their head?
No, I do have somebody that has some issues going on, mental issues.
Okay. Is that what we're talking about? No. Okay.
No.
No, we're talking about hit their head, trauma to the head. Feels like a neurological disorder. Okay, so they're telling me this is some kind of like a neurological disorder that they had, something to do with the head. So this could be dementia. Okay.
My grandmother.
Same person? Same grandmother?
Yes.
Okay.
My grandma Kay.
Okay. And what do you want her to know today? So your grandmother Kay wants you to know that she's been sending you messages. Does that make sense to you? Have you been receiving messages? Okay. So she just wants you to know she's the one sending you the messages. Okay.
Makes sense.
Considering the messages that you're receiving, right? Like it feels like there's a very strong bond of love between you. That's what she's making me feel. Okay, like she loves you.
My mother lived with my grandparents while my dad was in Vietnam. So when I was born, I was brought to their house.
Oh, okay, awesome.
There was a stronger bond with me. I'm the oldest of three. There was a stronger bond with me than there was with my brother and sister.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said that there was a very strong love bond between you and her.
Yes.
And so she's going to continue to send you messages. She wants you to know that. She's going to continue to send you messages. And she said, and now you can thank her. Okay.
I've always wanted the not necessarily the proof, but the confirmation that it was her.
Yeah, it is her. And this was your opportunity to get that confirmation from her. And she jumped at the chance. She said something compelled you to come on this video. Have you never seen me before?
No, I've never seen you before.
Well, look at that. Well, that's great. Well, here we are.
It was very nice to meet you. Yes.
It's nice to meet you too. And I'm glad I could share that message with you. And who knows, maybe she's the one who told me to do this tonight. I'm not sure.
Well, thank you so much.
Cool. We haven't done this style of reading for several years now. But we got the idea last night. So here we are. All right.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Be sure to like and follow the page. I do live free readings once a week.
Certainly will.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Kick. Kick. I get to kick people, and it's great fun. It's great fun. So, and for all of you who watch all the time, this gives you an opportunity to see people that are in the crowd that are always watching, like my dear friend Sheldon. Hello, Sheldon.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you today? Are the cats behaving?
Yeah, they're both outside.
They are? Awesome.
Yeah, I almost forgot the headsets. I actually had to get out and get back in so my headsets would work.
I saw you move and I was like, well, I'm not going to let him think that I forgot about him. You were next in line. So
oh, no, I just forgot the headset. That's why I was like, oh, she's going to yell at me. I better hurry up and find them.
Better get him real quick so I don't get kicked out for non-compliance.
Exactly.
Okay. So as soon as I saw you, your dad came to me.
Good.
And your grandfather.
Nice. Which side?
Your mom's side.
Okay. Yep. He's usually the one that comes through.
Is he?
Yeah, the other side, I didn't know him.
Oh, that makes sense. They're doing this number, and it just makes me feel like there's something to celebrate, that there's some kind of victory or accomplishment. You know how like back in the day when people would win a boxing ring, or if somebody ran a race or something, then they're doing this number is what they're showing me. So this is some kind
I don't know what the heck that means.
This is like some kind of accomplishment that they're referencing, some kind of a victory, it feels like. It also reminds me of like when presidents would drive through towns and stuff and they're waving and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like I'm getting a lot of confirmation, acknowledgement. Did you get a raise?
I don't know. No, I just actually, for the first time ever, my black raspberries are producing like no other. I just picked like a huge bowl of them, and I was pretty excited about that. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
Well, that's not a huge accomplishment, but for you, it's a great thing because raspberries.
Yeah, usually I get a handful, and that's it every year. So I'm like, oh my God, I actually got fruit out of these plants.
Will wonders never cease?
Yeah. But I don't know. I can't think of anything else really that.
Your dad is telling me that he's really excited about the coming year for you. The coming year, he says you're going to make a lot of changes in your life personally.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Okay. He said there's going to be something health related that's going to make you make a lot of changes.
Yeah, I can tell it's already coming.
Are you already feeling it?
Yeah, the changes are going to need to be made here pretty soon. I know that. And that's what I'm actually working on right now.
Okay. He said, rest assured, he said, if you make these changes, he says, you have a long life ahead of you.
Good to know. I'll be honest, I thought I was about to see him about a week ago. I had a sleep apnea attack, and I woke up and my heart was just like it was being stabbed in the chest. I was like, oh, is this it? Is this it? And I just took a bunch of deep breaths, and then my oxygen level went back up and it went away. And I was whew, that was scary.
Just not breathing.
Yeah. So I actually have something that I have in my hand that alarms me when it gets below 80%, but it only got down to 81%. So I switched it now that it warns me below 85%.
That's good.
So,
yeah. Because anything below that is not healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was dreaming about my grandpa. Actually, it was in my dream, and I was crying because I missed him so much.
Yeah.
And that's when I started getting the pains in my chest, and then I was like, why is my chest hurt so bad? Is my heart broken? And then I woke up and I'm like, ow, and I'm like trying to breathe. Yeah.
It actually hurts. It's terrible. Oh man. Yeah, that's no good, Shaw.
No, that's why I was like, okay, I need to make some changes in this life. I want to stick around for a while.
And then they came on and they told you the same thing. So that's validation that actually has to happen.
Yep.
They're showing me like you working your legs. Walking more,
yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The way I'm seeing it, I'm seeing you on a piece of equipment.
Well, I have a treadmill too.
Okay, but this is like a thing you sit on and you push.
Oh, leg extensions.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. You working your legs. So take that in however way is
good to know.
Be appropriate. That's what they're showing me.
I have a gym membership. I've only had it for about 10 years, and I've been there probably about 20 times. Maybe I should start taking advantage of it, huh? Maybe
you should. I know. I have one too. I don't go either.
It's only like $20 a month, so it's not like it's killing me by any means. But
honestly,
I was just like,
and I'm like, I should cancel that, and then I just don't.
Yeah, I'm like, well, maybe I'll start one of these days.
I'm always like, well, I can always use the massage tables.
Yeah. And they have a basketball court. I'm like, I can go up there and shoot hoops, but never do.
Do that, and that would help. That would definitely help your sleep apnea as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Your grandpa said, tell him I love him to the moon and back. He just really wants you to know that he loves you so much, but he's not in a rush to see you. He's not.
I understand.
Okay.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
I'm curious, at work, we're getting a ton of people that are getting hacked online. And I'm curious as to what's the scoop on that? What's that mean? Is that something that I'm attracting? Is that something that just needs to happen?
I'm being reminded that that is something that's happened on a large scale recently, and that there's been a lot of hacking going on in general. It has nothing to do with attracting. It just has to do with what's happening
Okay.
on a collective scale. Okay, so when that happens, it really is a wake up call for people about how much information they have out there online, right? And
Yep.
and to be more careful with their sensitive
Okay.
information, right? So it's not about any one person in particular. It's just something that's like a lot of things are being used to wake people up to realities of a situation that they were not aware of prior to that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's not something you're attracting. Did it happen to you?
No, but I mean,
You're
I worked all weekend. I just worked all weekend, and there had to be thousands of people that get these fake text messages from my company, and then they click on them, and then it downloads software onto their phones, and then they can get in their online banking, and it's just a big mess. So
I
have to clean it up.
Getting messages from places, well,
Mm-hmm.
how your credit card debt? Don't call me out like that. But I never click on anything that's sent to me over text message.
Right. Don't because
I never do. And so that's definitely something for people to learn to be more careful.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing that awareness. Don't ever click on anything sent to you over text message, guys.
Right. I don't even click on those surveys.
They claim to be a business that you deal with. Call the business and ask them if they sent you a text. Don't ever click on anything. If you don't personally, just call them and say. Most of the time they're not sending you texts.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
I agree.
I'm gonna jump off here.
Okay. We'll see you later.
Talk to somebody else. Good to see you.
You too.
Start
Take care.
working those legs.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Hi, Jackie. We are doing on-screen readings tonight. So if you're interested. The last lady was proof of what exactly, Elspeth. The last lady that I talked to before Sheldon was proof that sometimes people really, really need you to share so that they can see me and click on the video. Otherwise, how's the universe going to send them over here? I mean, honestly, that is just, it's amazing. The world is just an amazing. Whoop, what is that? Oh, that's okay. That's fine. So if you're interested in getting a message tonight, sorry, I had a squirrel moment. Let's get a drink of water. If you're interested in getting a message tonight, read the description box. Okay? Okay. Hello, my love. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Amazing.
Oh, thank you. I feel good today.
I'm so happy. I am. I'm thrilled. I'm so happy. You have this beautiful aura about you today. It's like a purple. It's a beautiful purple aura.
Oh, it's my favorite color.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Like I'm just going to look up what purple aura means. Hold on. I'll tell you. What does a purple aura mean? Creativity, royalty, femininity, and spirituality. Well, if you find yourself drawn to purple, there's a chance that you've had a spiritual awakening in your life. Girl, purple's my favorite color too. Just so
cool.
You know. I don't know if anybody knows that about me, but it is my favorite. I did have purple hair for a while there. I don't know if you remember that. Anywho, I gotta delete somebody on YouTube who's being stupid right now. Hold on. Just silliness, I don't know why. Why do people have to be silly? Okay. So I have a feminine energy coming in for you. This is going to be an older person. I'm getting a pain right here in my head. So this could be somebody who had either had a stroke, aneurysm, had something going on with their brain, something going on with their head. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know who this is?
Well, my mom was 86 when she passed, and she did have early Alzheimer's.
Okay, good. Yes, perfect. She said to tell you she misses her baby. Did she have? Now, look, I'm not going to assume she's talking about you because I don't feel that way.
I have a little
Did she have
sister.
Did she have a small pet?
Oh,
Okay.
yes, she did.
Okay. Was that her baby? Because
Yes.
this is what she's telling me. Okay, no offense against you. Your mother loves you. Please know that. Your mother loves your sister. She's talking about her pet. Is this like a dog? It's like
She had a Pomeranian. That was her life.
she misses her baby. Okay.
Yep.
That's okay, so that was a clear validation of who we are speaking to here. Mom, you're silly. She said it's a pom-pom.
Pomeranian. Yep. I can't remember the dog's name to save my soul, but I can see the dog as plain as day.
Yeah, it's a pom-pom. She said you've been through a lot in the last year and a half. Did your mother also have something going on with her lungs?
Well, she used to smoke quite a bit.
That would be it. Okay. The last year and a half, do you understand?
Yes.
1.5 years is a trial by fire, she said. And this has helped you realize what? That she's not going to live forever. Okay. Has this been the first thing in your life that has made you very aware of death?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is what she's kind of making me feel like. This is your like a rude awakening. It was a rude awakening, your cancer.
Yep.
And how much has changed? She said, do you realize how much you have changed just since that happened?
Well, I'm still kind of adjusting to it. I don't think it's actually like sunk in yet, but yeah, I think I've grown a little bit more spiritually, and I'm journaling more and trying to appreciate things more.
Do you know how much you've changed? She said. Okay. Those are all big deals. Okay. I know you're not used to giving yourself props, patting yourself on the back, congratulating yourself, or feeling good about what you're doing. Okay. But your mom wants you to know they see you, and they are very much aware of how much your soul has grown and how much you've changed just in the year and a half. And I am just beaming with pride. Okay. Just beaming with pride. She said you handled it like a champ. She said, even though sometimes you were scared out of your wits. She said, but you handled it. Okay. And she wants you to also be aware of that. You handled it.
I don't think I give myself credit for that.
No, you don't. But you did handle it. Nobody else handled it. You did. It happened to you. You handled it. Okay. You're a very strong woman. And she wants to make sure that you know that. She wants to make sure that you know. Look at what you have done. I beat cancer.
Yep. I did.
You did. I beat cancer. She wants you to say it. I beat it.
I beat it.
I beat it. That's right. It didn't get the best of me. I beat it.
Yep.
And she wants you to keep that in mind, okay? She really loves all the things that you're doing with your creative energy. And she's talking about flowers right now. She's showing me flowers. Do you understand that?
It's so hard to talk and not cry.
You can cry. It's okay to cry. Okay.
So my wedding anniversary was in April, and I had been talking to my husband about getting a raised garden because I can't still do a lot of things physically because I'm still getting my strength back. So he went out and bought these planters for me, and that's going to be my goal, is to get those planters going and start planting flowers.
I love that for you. And she wants some very simple flowers in there too.
Yeah, because I'm in Arizona, so I have to do something very simple because things don't grow too good out here.
Yeah,
Especially now it's so hot.
She's showing me just simple white, like daisies and stuff like that. Painted flowers and daisies. Indian paint, and daisies. Simple, hardy flowers is what she's showing me. Okay.
Okay.
She thinks that's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing for you to do. Get your hands in the earth, she said.
Yep.
And, shower your love on these flowers because a lot of people don't realize this, but things in nature don't realize how beautiful they are until we show them that energy. And
right.
When you show that energy, when I talk to my flower, I have one flower that I've had for 3 years now. It's one of those ones that dies and comes back. What is it?
Those are perennials.
It's a orchid. It's an orchid. But when it starts blooming, I just tell it how beautiful it is. And I just talk to it like it's a baby. And I'm just so happy. And she's so gorgeous. And that thing just loves it. Okay. So things in nature, they just don't realize how beautiful they are until you tell them. Okay. Or show them, appreciate them, or give them that energy. Okay. So that's what she wants for you. So that's going to be a really good project for you.
Yeah, I've never had a green thumb. So I thought, you know what? I really want to try.
Water and soil and love. That's all they need. They're very simple creatures.
Yeah, but they don't work for me sometimes. I've tried.
Before.
Right.
Things are different now. You're different now.
Right. True.
So you told your husband you got the idea to do this, and so this is going to work out for you. Okay. Wonderful. And to help things grow, you're going to get some copper wire, and you're going to put a copper wire in your planter.
Okay.
Because that will help conduit electricity into the soil, and that will help grow your plants. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Just so you know, your mom loves you. She loves you so very much. She's very proud of you. All right.
Thank you. Tell her I love her back.
To the moon and back. Absolutely. I love this great energy. It's wonderful. Okay. I'm going to kick you out now.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that's fun. First time here. I've been talking to a new friend, and I want to know if he was sent to by my mom and God. Hi, Kathleen. Yes. Things that are hardy in Arizona. I don't know, but other people know. Maybe they can share it with the group. Who knows? Hello, Evelyn. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's nice to meet you. I've never seen you in my life before. Did the universe bring you here?
This is the first time. I just clicked on Facebook and there you were.
And who shared me? What did Facebook share me?
I think so. I don't know. It just ended up on my feed, and I was like, well, all right then.
Well, let's do this. Here we are. Yep. Love your accent, by the way.
Thank you. I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, my goodness. My ex-husband lives in Kentucky. Bluegrass state. Interesting. I have to ask you, Evelyn, have you seen some type of phenomenon or something like this? Have you seen something that you would think would be like aliens or something strange?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been a while.
It's been a while, but this did happen to you. Okay. Because they're mentioning this to me. And I do have an older female here for you. And she's talking about wearing a sun hat.
My grandmother.
Your grandmother liked to wear a sun hat?
She always fussed at me to wear one.
Yes. Okay. She's talking about the sweltering heat. She's not very heat tolerant. She doesn't really care for it at all. Okay. She doesn't like to be sweaty and icky, and it's sweltering. And she's talking about do you have two siblings?
I have more than two, but I've got two more whole sisters, and then I've got like four others that are older than I am. And my mom's got two too, so.
Well, Evelyn, you are in Kentucky. No offense. I'm joking with you. I'm making a joke. I'm sorry. That was important. I thought it was funny, though. That was just a joke. Okay, so she's talking about two siblings. Okay, so these are going to be your whole siblings then. Okay. And she's also talking about March being a significant month. So what is this in reference to as far as March is concerned?
Oh, my mother's birthday's in March.
Okay.
I've got a niece that was born in March.
Several good things happened in March for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Married. Are you married?
Separated.
Is this somebody that you would consider to be the love of your life?
He had passed, but yeah.
Okay.
I've got someone like that, but it wasn't my husband, either one of them.
And the person that is the love of your life has passed?
Yeah.
Okay. What's his name?
Kevin.
Well, howdy doody. Okay. He's got some kind of pet name for you. All I'm hearing is baby girl. I don't know what it is exactly, but he's making me feel like, even though, see, you were not with him when he passed, right? You weren't together.
We never been together.
Okay.
He was my best friend.
Right. Okay. So this is what he's making me feel like. Even though you weren't together, he still loved you through his life. Okay. I just didn't get the feeling that it was together. Okay. Yeah. But Kevin, he's sweet because he always tells you the truth. You know, he always tells the truth. Doesn't matter how hard it was to hear. He's always going to tell you the truth. And that's one of the things that's really lovable about him. You can trust him. You know,
I could tell him anything and everything.
Yeah. And he was always honest with you too.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to know that he will see you again. You know, that it's not gone forever. It's just for a time. My head hurts really bad when I talk to Kevin.
He
And who do you have that has passed from? Like, yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say?
When he passed, he was in a car wreck and his brain swelled.
Okay, this is why my head hurts. This makes sense.
Yeah.
And do you have somebody who's passed from like a drug overdose?
Yes.
Okay. They want you to know that they're here as well.
And Gary.
Yes.
My granddaughter's dad.
Okay. He's saying it was accidental.
Yeah.
Okay. That they wasn't trying to take his life, but he wants to make sure everybody knows that it was an accident. Because some people have wondered, is what he's telling me. Some people have wondered if he was trying to take his life.
No, we were.
And he said, no, I was just a junkie. That's what he's telling me. He's like, I was just a drug addict. I wasn't trying to kill myself. That's what he's telling me. Okay.
Yeah.
But he wants you to make sure that she knows that the people that matter know that. Okay.
Okay.
And your grandmother wants you to know that she's proud of you for the things that you have accomplished in the last 3 years. Now, this is making me feel like we've been through some kind of a metamorphosis. Okay. So this is like you coming out of a cocoon and you making some major changes in your life. All right. Over the last few years. Does that make sense to you? She
I
wants you
left
to know
my
that
husband 2 years ago and decided that it's time for me to actually be me.
yes, live your life, be happy. Exactly. And so she wants you to know that she's very proud of you for that. Okay. She said you deserve a gold ring. I don't know why she's saying that, a gold ring. Like all the finer things in life, like the nice jewelry, and I don't know. And she's just making me feel like you never like it was a struggle with him. It's always a struggle with him. Okay, that's how she's making me feel. Like it's always been a struggle with him. You're always going to struggle with him, and you don't have to. All right.
Yeah.
You have better days ahead of you. You just have to allow yourself to be more. Be more. She feels like you're kind of keeping yourself small for someone. Okay, I'm keeping myself small. Like I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. I don't want to rock the boat. Okay, but she's making me feel like it's time for you to kind of let yourself out of this shell. Like it's time for the butterfly to come out of the cocoon.
Yeah,
Okay?
I kind of keep to myself.
Yeah. Well, she wants you to liven up a little bit. Just let yourself really be all that you can be. Okay, like the army. Isn't it the army?
Navy.
Navy. No, Navy. I knew it was something.
Navy's
I don't
my
know.
family thing.
The
Navy's
Navy
my
is the family thing. Okay, be all that you can be. Exactly. So that's what she wants you to hear. So thank you so much for coming on tonight,
Thank
Evelyn.
you.
And I hope messages have helped you. And pay attention to the sky, because I feel like if you see something once in the sky, you'll definitely see something again. That's just my personal opinion. I've seen things. I've seen things. So
Yeah,
just pay attention to the sky. All right.
I will. Right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that was fun. Boop. Okay, so we got to just making sure that there's not people hanging around that have already been read. Please look at the video description box. Thank you, Elspeth. You're a sweetheart for always sharing. Okay. Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Is this your first time seeing me?
No, I'm never on live with you. I just call you.
Oh, you. Oh, Jamie. Hi. It's good to
Hi.
meet you. It's good to
Yeah.
meet you.
Like I see
Here
you,
we-
but you never see me. So I was like, well,
That's
I see
right.
you
So
all
I'm
the
like,
time.
is this your person? If you had put your last name up there, then I would have known who you were. But because there's more than one Jamie. Well, it's nice to finally meet you. So I have two grandmothers. Two Grammys. Two grandmothers. Okay. Okay. So of these two ladies that I have stepping for you are grandmothers or like grandmothers to you, and they literally just had me write major changes coming for you. Okay, major changes coming for you. So I'm talking like I feel like they're showing me like the Tower card in the tarot deck, and this usually is a huge shift in your reality, something major happening to remove things out of your life, to bring new things into your life. There's a huge shift coming. 4, 4. 4 different things will be affected. 4 people. 4 people. 4 people will be affected by this shift. For the better, she says.
Okay. Well, it's me, my husband, and my kids. That's what I'm.
Oh, is there 4 of you?
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
Okay. So this big shift is major change. You have a son?
Yes.
I know we've probably talked about these things during our
I think
reading.
we talked about my daughter, but I don't think we ever talked about my son.
But I'm just really not one to remember things that I talk about in people's readings. So even though I've done readings for you, and I feel like one was even recently, I don't recall a single thing we talked about other than travel. You're having to travel to somewhere. Did you have to go somewhere?
Yeah, my husband so we moved to the Bay Area.
Your husband had to go somewhere. Okay, your husband
and then they moved him again. Look, and then they moved him again. So, and we're going to visit him this weekend.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to visit. Okay. I knew it was something about traveling. She said he will stop, okay?
Okay.
She just wants you to know that. She said it's not going to be now, but it will be later after the major change. Okay. So she wants you to know that after the major change. They both want you to know that they have encouraged you. They want to know that they have been encouraging you. So like they're making me feel like when I have moments of doubt, like I'm hearing something that's very encouraging in my mind, and it just gives me the energy to go forward. Does that make sense to you? Like I feel like they're putting messages directly inside of your head and saying, you got this, you can get through this, everything will be fine. You know, and that to me is just a beautiful thing when your family is so supportive from the other side that they're willing to help in any way that they can. Okay. And they want you to know that they're there for you. They're very supportive of you. They said that you deserve all the happiness in the world. They're very loving. And nothing should get in the way of that, is what they said. She said that you have such a bright future. They're showing me I'm listening to that ZZ Top song. You know, the future is bright. I gotta wear shades. Is that ZZ Top?
Yeah. I don't know, but I do know that song.
It's an old song, but that's what they're showing me. They're also talking about how you're very sensitive to the people around you. Just very sensitive, like you're sensitive energetically, like you can feel people around you, that you can kind of feel what's going on in a room before anyone says anything, that you're very tuned in to that type of thing. You can tell how people are feeling before they have to say anything. And she wants you to remember that. Okay. She wants you to remember that this weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's annoying.
Yes, but you are very sensitive, correct?
I'm sensitive when I know what they're feeling, but sometimes I don't see them. So I don't know if it's my feelings. And then I go and then I figure out, but it's like after.
Yeah. No, you're feeling around you. So you're feeling it inside of you, but you're feeling it around you. Okay. But it's from other people. So she wants you to be aware of that. All right. For when you go this weekend, to pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay. You have any questions?
I only have one question. My grandma that is still alive, she's like super old. And I just wondered like how her health is doing because mentally her dementia is just getting really bad.
Sure. I'm just going to ask them if this is something that I can answer for you today because
Yeah.
For the most part, I try not to do that.
Yeah.
I don't do any kind of death predictions. So I'll have to ask them if it's important for you to know that. And they said it's not important for you to know when she's going to pass. Okay.
Okay.
Like, here's the distinction. When people are not prepared in any way, shape, or form, when they have an extreme attachment to a person, then I can tell them a time frame because it will mentally prepare them for that inevitability. But you are not the kind of person to wither away when somebody passes, is what I'm hearing. That
No,
you
I'm really the strong
understand.
one. Mhm.
You understand, and you're the strong one. Exactly. So this is why it's not necessary to share it with you. Okay. I will tell you personally that I'm feeling like we're somewhere around a month. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So things are going to start really changing in that around a month time frame. But like I said, you're not going to fall apart. She's very old. She's had a very long life, right? And we know this. It's not like
Yeah.
we know it's not, people don't live forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she has dementia. So it's like you're already prepared, right? So it's not like, what's going to happen with this cancer? It's not one of those.
Yeah, no, it's not one of those. I don't
Right.
know.
Okay.
I'm trying to make more time. I feel bad because we moved. I used to live around the corner from her, and now I don't see her as often. And I don't know.
Oh.
I just feel like I should be there more.
Well, make more time if that's what you think you should do. Okay.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on. It was nice to finally see you.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Talk to you again sometime. You too. This is fun. Are we having fun? I think it's fun. Is everybody else having fun? I'm having fun. Hi, Joy. Sweetheart. How are you? Hi, Ronald. How are you? Thanks for popping in. We're doing on-screen readings tonight. This is so much fun for all of us, right? Yay. Jill's having fun. We're all having fun. Penny, your microphone is muted. Did you do that?
Yes,
There
I did
you are.
that on purpose. I didn't want to interrupt just in case.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't hear y'all down there until you come on the screen. And then here we are. How are you, darling?
Very good. And yourself?
I'm swell.
Yeah. Summer's finally here.
So excited.
You're melted out of the snow.
I know. We're finally out of the snow, and I haven't even been outside that much because what I realized in South Dakota is for some reason, maybe the elevation, we're closer to the sun. So the sun will burn you alive in 10 minutes. And it's like, well, then I just have to avoid it somewhat. So
You're either in, hell or freezing. Yeah.
it's one or the other. It's so extreme here. And
That's the gist.
The weather is super bipolar in South Dakota. You could start the day with like blue skies and everything's gorgeous. And then 5 minutes later, it's a hailstorm. And then 5 minutes after that, it's blue skies again. And it's like, what just happened? But yeah. It's nuts. So what would you like to talk about, Penny?
I'm open to really anything, really.
Okay. Your mother, first of all, is very upset with what you're doing with your hair. She's telling me Did you color it? What is it? Is it purple?
Oh, it's
What is
still
it?
that purple.
She's like,
It's purple and then it's natural.
what is going on with your hair? So I feel like she's a very strong opinion about this. And she's always had a strong opinion about your hair. And that is just my impression that I'm getting from her. Like, what are you doing?
Well, I waited until after she passed away to dye it purple last. So
Yeah.
that's why the roots are all grown out and it's
Yeah.
close to a year, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, what are you doing with your hair? It's like, she said it's some kind of anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving me some flowers that I don't know what kind they are. They're like orange.
Almost like a star shape. They're really
Yeah.
unique.
What is this? An orange? It's like orange.
It's I planted some. They're like creeping.
tiger?
They're almost like chicks and hens, but they're not. They creep, and they have this really unique flower that at first it's yellow and then it turns like an orangey crimson color when it dries. They're really neat and they're in star patterns and
Awesome. Okay, so she's talking about those. She wants to acknowledge those. Did you do that after she passed?
no, I did that before she passed.
Okay, she wants to talk about those flowers.
After she passed, it was the rose.
Okay, we're talking about the flowers now. She said the roses will always remind you of her. Okay. Because the way she's showing me like, you know how like she's talking about how when somebody passes and then you put the flowers on the casket. This is what she's showing me. Okay.
It's because the rose that I grew actually came off her casket.
Oh.
And I took it off her. We all took a bunch of roses off the one that was on her casket. I mean, we picked this thing apart. We put some on her grandparents, you know, and hers. And we all took one, you know, a rose home with us. They were all yellow. And I was the only one that put honey on the stem, cut it, you know, in the right direction, put honey on it and put it in the water. And I grew it all winter long in the house. And I planted it out front for.
Oh, and that's
It's
why
huge.
That's why it's always going to remind you of her. Okay. That's awesome. That's great validation. That's wonderful. She said, I just really love her. She's so thoughtful. She said, from such a horrible thing, she grew this beautiful. And it's always going to remind her of me. This beautiful plant, these beautiful flowers are always going to remind her of me. And she said, it's such a it's just so amazing. She said, you've always been so thoughtful. And she's always loved that about you. She said, you're very sentimental and you're very thoughtful. She said, sometimes it's hard being so sentimental because you can look at anything and it stirs your emotions.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. She said, you just have such a good heart. And she wants you to know that she always felt like you were just the best daughter that you could be. She always felt that way. Okay. And she's making me feel like kind of like the relationship that I have with Emma. You know, she's making me feel like you had that kind of relationship with her. Like you didn't have to say things. You just knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that you're like best friends. You were like best friends, you and your mom. She said, God, I miss her. And this is something that she hears from you a lot, how much you miss her. Okay.
Especially lately.
Yeah. And is it because your anniversary is coming up?
27th.
Yeah. It's perfect timing, she said. Perfect timing for me to do this. Yeah. She said, it's all perfect timing. Don't you realize that? It's all perfect timing.
Yes.
Like everything has a place and everything has a time. And you don't have to worry because it's all going to work out.
I know.
It's perfect timing.
I knew when she was passing, when the tree fell, that everything was going to change. And I knew it wasn't going to be long. It's all in timing.
Yeah. She said, you've grown so much, but you haven't really allowed yourself to see it. She wants to know why you're so afraid.
It's here. It's just everything is so strong that it's, people say Christ energy or God's energy. It's love. Love is so strong. Well, yeah, it is. And the thing is all of it, all the feelings, it just, sometimes I wonder if I'm having a heart attack because it's so strong.
Yeah, it's understandable. And it's understandable because they can be very overwhelming, the things that we feel from other people. I have a friend that is just very overwhelmed with the feelings too right now. And I told my friend, I'm like, you need to ground more, because it's just your chakras overactive. That's all. It's just going haywire, and you need to release it. So whenever you feel that overwhelming sensation in your chest, it should be a sign for you that you have to go outside.
Definitely. That's
Simply
like the woman.
The roses.
Yeah. That's where I'm going right after this, because the woman that was on before, she was talking about her grandmother, and I could feel it. And I just was like, oh God, no, not now. That's why when we started talking, all of a sudden the heat, they were.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So go talk to the flowers, talk to your mom. Okay.
I appreciate you.
When you feel that, go outside. Just let it go. Just let it go through you. It doesn't have to get sick. You don't have to grab onto it and hold on to it. Just let it go through you.
Right. I'm learning that more. And I appreciate it.
Release. Acknowledge and release. Yep, I'm feeling it. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. It's good to see you, Penny. Don't be a stranger.
Good to see you.
Wasn't this fun? This is old
Definitely.
school.
Yeah, right. I love this. This is old school, but it also helps more. If you ask me, I really think you get more of a connection with people.
Absolutely. And we've already talked to 5 people already, and it's only an hour. I mean, that's wonderful. Usually the writing and the responses and the waiting, that takes a while. And so things kind of drag out longer than they need to be. This is fun. This is fun.
Definitely.
Fun. All right. Well, I will
Thank you.
Go. Bye. Yay. Okay. Next. Just let go of that for a second. I'm going to Abby next. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. It's finally so good to finally meet you.
Hi. It's been
Hi.
how long? How long have you been watching for?
Okay, do you remember a while back ago, it was almost an entire year ago, I was the one that you were talking, you had a live with somebody else, and I was talking about I was going to get a breast reduction done, and I said I was really nervous, and you and another girl was on there, and you guys were like, well, what are they going to do? Put the boob on the wrong side? What's going to happen? I don't know. It's like, what are you going to problem? You're like, no worries, just do it. And I was like, I'm so nervous. Anyway, after that live, I felt so much better. I had it done, and my life has completely changed after that.
That's wonderful.
So
you just had to come on and say thank you.
I did, yes. And you said this word called chakra.
Yes.
And it was weird because I was helping a friend out, and she paid for me to have some kind of like a healing session at a place close to me. I've never did before. And the woman, she said, I was kind of like, I don't know anything about it. But I laid down, and she did this thing. It was about an hour long. And after it was all over with, she said something about, I didn't know if you would be able to explain it, but she said something about there was two main chakras. She said there was one like on my main gut kind of area. She said I'm the only person she's ever had that somehow, instead of, I guess that's where you, something to do where that's where you like, people hold in their trauma and stuff like that. People hold in things that they've had. She said, you forgave, and you're so joyful that literally your joy is overflowing out. And she said, I've never, ever, after 40 years, have ever had anybody ever like that. And then she said, then the girl who paid for it afterwards went to her, and she told her that I'm the only person. But she said it was so weird. She said after I left, she had to sit in her room for over an hour and a half just in awe, because she said that I gave her energy instead of her giving me energy. And she said she's never, ever had anybody like that. And she said that girl is the most joyful person I've ever met in my life. And she said, you need to keep her around. And I was like, I mean, I know I guess that's a good thing, but is that even heard of? Is that such thing?
So she's talking about your solar plexus chakra, which is your gut or your intuition, or where your fear is stored. Okay, like in the liver and the kidneys, stuff like that. That's where your fear energy is stored inside of your body, in that particular chakra system. Okay, so when she's talking about your joy, she's talking about your heart space. Okay, your heart chakra. The heart chakra is where your soul radiates love out into the world. And if she's feeling it in your solar plexus, then that just means that you have such a big heart. Okay. And the fact that you gave her energy instead of her giving you energy means that you are like of a higher vibration than the person who is actually doing the work on you. Okay.
Okay.
So like you and I talking, do you feel like I'm giving you good vibes?
Yeah. Every time I watch you live, I'm like, she's on live. Yeah, I think so.
It makes you happy, right? It makes you happy, right?
Uh-huh.
So then I'm giving you good vibes, right? And so that's what she's saying. She's saying that you gave her good vibes, and that your energy boosted her up. Okay. Now I would recommend not going back to her.
Okay.
Because obviously she's of a lower energy than you, so it's not really going to help you.
Right.
Really.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, your chakras are something that you can balance yourself. You can do that all on your own.
Yeah, she said something about going outside barefoot and stuff.
Oh, she's talking about grounding. Yeah, grounding.
Okay.
Grounding, you go outside, and what you do is the energy inside of your body and the energy of the planet are supposed to be the same vibration. They're supposed to be putting out the same energy. Okay, but sometimes times when we have such great energy and we're around a bunch of people who are lower vibration than us, they kind of suck the energy out of us, just like her when she said you gave her good energy.
Yeah.
Okay, everything is an exchange. So if you're around a lot of people who are kind of making you tired, at the very least, making you grumpy, making you feel like it's a relief not to be near them, because that happens. Or if you go in a store like that, Walmart always does that. I'm always exhausted and I try so hard to protect myself before I go into Walmart.
I don't know. I was talking to the medical insurance lady today, and I guess today they messed up on our insurance bill, and I called. And you never want to call the insurance company. You're like, but I called, and the lady asked me for the number to call the hospital number. I gave him their number, and she called me back. She goes, "That's a government number." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let's try this number." And I gave her a different number, and then I waited, and I'm like, "Oh, it's the wrong number. That's the wrong number. That's to my insurance. That's to our car insurance number." And I'm like, "Come back," but I was on hold. So then she switched back over. And then I told her, then she finally switched back over, and I was like, "That wasn't the right number, was it?" She goes, "No." So I gave her the right number. She called the right number. She got back on. And so then she's like, "Well, they got off I guess they closed or something early." And I was like, "Okay." And so then I told her, I was like, "Well," I said, she said, "Here's a number. Call this number tomorrow. Everything's fine. You just need to let them know that they just did the paperwork wrong." And I said, "Okay." And then I was like, "Okay, I have one quick question." She goes, "Yes." And the insurance lady said, "Yes." And I said, "Is this the right number?" Because I didn't know when she was giving me the wrong number. She laughed and she goes, Abby. She goes, "I have to be honest." She goes, "I am so thankful that you called. And I'm so thankful that I got your call because you made my day the best day ever in the last 30 minutes. I am so happy you called me." And she was so thankful. And she goes, "Please call back like every single day." And I was like, "Okay, I'll try."
That's the good energy, right? So
yeah.
we're talking about balancing your chakras. After you've had a long day, it's a good idea to go outside with your shoes off, okay? Because shoes have rubber soles. For the most part, they are rubber insulated. So just like an electrician working with electricity, they use rubber gloves so that they don't get zapped. If you go outside with shoes with rubber soles, you're not going to be able to transfer energy back to the earth or receive energy from the earth. So you have to make sure there's no barrier between you and the ground. Now you can wear socks. That's fine,
Okay.
So you can do that. You can also have plants inside your house and just go and touch the plants, okay? Because that is also of the earth, and it also has the same vibration of energy that the ground has, okay? So that's called grounding. And so what that does is when you connect to the earth, you kind of like recalibrate your energy to back where it's supposed to be, which is about, I think it's 7.83 hertz. It's just a very low hum that we're putting out right now. But so that's what she's talking about, grounding. And so that's how you can clear your chakras out, rebalance yourself.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So other than that, do you have any questions?
Do you have anybody wanting to talk to me? Probably not. I don't.
So I do have a gentleman who looks a lot like you. Your eyes. He's telling me that you have his eyes. Okay. So I don't know who this is. If this is your grandfather or your father or some other male relative, but he's coming forward and he's making me feel like you have the same eyes as him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have somebody past who you look similar to?
I don't know. I still have my dad.
Your dad?
I still have my dad. He's still alive.
Not your dad. No, it's somebody.
No, it's not my dad.
He's got dark hair. He's making me feel like he's heavy set. Does your dad have a brother that's passed?
No, they're still alive. I think he's got 4 brothers. They're still alive.
I don't know who this male relative is, but he's telling me that you have his eyes. Okay, so it's obviously somebody who's...
I got his dad and then my mom's dad, so 2 grandpas. That would be the only people who think that I might have their eyes.
Yeah, he's telling me that you have his eyes. He's talking about the shape and the color. So it's something like a Ronald or a Donald or Don, Ron, something like this, some name they're giving me. And they're also talking about you paying attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs. So this to me means, for example, I'm going to give an example.
Okay.
I was talking to a friend of mine today, and they just got a message from their loved one yesterday. And the message from their loved one yesterday included like a pinky promise, right? Like that's what they were telling them yesterday. And then my friend and I did that today. We did that pinky promise today. And they were like, oh, that reminds me of something I just heard yesterday. And so that's the kind of signs that they're talking about. Paying attention to the synchronicities. They're called synchronicities. When two things that are not connected in any way, shape, or form give you like the same, they jar your memory like, oh, I just saw that 2 days ago in a completely different place. And somebody mentioned that, a couple of days ago, something like that. That's called a synchronicity. And that is what they're talking about. Pay attention to the signs. Because the universe is giving you signs. They're going to point things out to you that they want you to pay attention to for whatever reason. Pay attention to what you're doing when you get those signs, who you're around, what you're feeling, something. Okay, there's something that they want you to pay attention to as far as that is concerned.
Okay.
And they're also saying don't take no for an answer. And so I don't know who this is for in your life. I feel like you know what this is about. But it's one of those situations where like you have to insist. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So this is somebody in your life who is, would you stop? Yes. Yes, you will stop. I won't. Did you hear? She's like, I won't.
Yeah.
Yes. What was I saying? Shit.
You said don't take no for an answer.
Don't take no for an answer. So I feel like there's somebody in your life who has a tendency to be negative, who doesn't want to do things that you want to do. They're always making excuses for things, and they're telling you don't take no for an answer. Okay? You have to insist sometimes. I feel like people just get stuck in a rut, and they just get, stuck in the same cycle over and over again, and you kind of have to shove them out of it.
A teenage daughter.
That would very much make sense. Okay. You have to do it, period, end of story. Don't take no for an answer.
Yep.
We're also talking about the protection. Do you have like a cross necklace or something? What is this they're talking about? They're talking about something. They're talking about wearing protection.
I have a shunt tube in my head. I've had 3 brain surgeries.
Oh, cool. Look at you. I'm a survivor. I'm not.
I'm completely blind in this eye. I've had Bell's palsy in the side of my face when I was 18.
Okay, so they're talking about you having angelic protection. Okay, you're still here. You're still kicking. You're still sharing your light, and that's
joy.
That's right. Yeah. You're still sharing your light and your joy, and that's a beautiful gift to the world. So you are protected by angels, and they want you to know. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Abby, and so I'm so grateful that you're here.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wasn't talking to you. Stinking cat. I wasn't talking to you. My goodness. So this has been fun. Hi, Stacy. How are you? On grass, not cement. Oh, yes. Cement is attached to the ground, but, obviously cement is not a good place for you to put your feet. Grass is always better. The earth is always better. Obviously. Well, my goodness. Have you guys enjoyed the readings tonight? Because I have really enjoyed being able to talk to so many people face to face, to see so many people that we've not met before, new people that have been watching for years, people have only been watching for a few months. And I just enjoy being able to connect with people. I enjoy being able to share these messages with from your loved ones, these messages from the universe, everything that will help you heal on your journey. And I'm getting very tired, and I have to do things tomorrow morning with Emma. We have early appointments. So I want to say thank you to everybody for coming on tonight. I super appreciate you. Don't worry, we're going to do this again. In the meantime, if you're interested in getting a private video chat reading with me, my readings are $60 for 30 minutes, and the information is at the bottom of the description box. All right? Thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you again soon.